throughout the years, the LEGO Group and DK Publishing have given us a plethora of different LEGO Ninjago books, such as character encyclopedias with exclusive minifigures, which all of them had exclusive minifigures, or at least, well, most of them did. We had visual dictionaries as well, which also came with exclusive minifigures. We'll get more into that in a bit. And of course, these weird Secrets World of the Ninja books, which are really, really cool and come with exclusive minifigures as well. So I'm going to go through the history of these books because they span as far as the Ninjago theme goes, and we're going to take a look at each of them, as well as the newest edition for 2023. So one of our first ever character encyclopedia books was this one here. It released in 2012, 2013-ish, and it came with this awesome Kimono Lloyd minifigure, and this was the only way you could get this minifigure was buying this book. He was in the TV show, so that was really cool inclusion for fans to get their hands on this figure. It was the first one, so it's pretty awesome to see kind of the very early history of Ninjago, since like Ninjago is pretty much brand new, and you can take a look at all of the cool stuff. Little minifigure was enclosed in this little package here. You can pull them out. There's a lot of times at the stores where these guys would be missing. People would steal them, unfortunately. So a lot of this is about kind of the first year of Ninjago, and then you kind of get into the sort of the characters like Zane, and you can see all of the sets he comes in and the spinners, learn a bit about the spinners as well. So it's really nice to see. And they even made a page for the weapons, which is cool because the weapons at this point in Ninjago were kind of important. For some reason, the collectability of them. You go into the Rise of the Snakes, which is always great, and I think that's kind of where it ends, is Rise of the Snakes. There's the Epic Dragon Battle, one toy of the year, 1 year, which was awesome. And you can see all of the minifigures, and they included the Ninjago Lloyd. They call him Green Ninja ZX, but we all know it's Kimono Lloyd. But yeah, really, really cool book there, and that kind of started us off as far as Ninjago encyclopedias and books with Ninjago minifigures, especially in them. So this is kind of the key component to spiraling off into how many and all of the books that we have in today's Ninjago world. And after the character encyclopedia book released, we got this visual dictionary book, which came with a supposed limited edition minifigure of Zane. However, this minifigure came in the Destructoid set from 2014. This is a pretty cool book. It's got a lot of cool stuff in it, which I will show you. It's got this awesome rebooted print there, and you can also see Zane is in similar packaging to Lloyd. However, the pieces are not like split up. They're all together and constructed here for Zane. So if we go in here, you can take a look at Kai, NRG Kai, one of my favorite guys, really awesome. Then they even have comics in here as well, which is just kind of fun. Using some of the 2012 vehicles and 2011 minifigures. So pretty cool. And then of course it goes into rebooted as well. So really neat. We turn the other pages, we can see some of the snakes, Stone Warriors, and the Ninjago design team at the time. They're up there as well, and you can kind of see the team leader at the time was Simon Lucas, the creative lead. It has since changed because he has gone on to go to other themes. But yeah, so Ninjago has for a little bit. You can even see this early rendition of the bonsai tree there, which is interesting. But yeah, so there is that. And then they even have some minifigure designs and to show you how sort of minifigures are made for Ninjago, which is cool. And all the other merchandise. This is actually interesting. I haven't really seen that poster. Help us set the world record for most spinners in one day. Interesting. Very, very interesting. But yeah, a lot of different merchandise. They have fan builds as well in here, which is also a nice little inclusion. I like this blacksmith shop for weapons. Really, really cool. And then, of course, some details about the overall show and things like that. So, very, very nice book. Games, the Ninjago games section as well. Kind of see that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then it just goes, just like the last one, into the minifigures that have released up until 2014 for Ninjago. So, very, very nice. So there is the visual dictionary for Ninjago rebooted. That was our second release book. Unfortunately, this minifigure is not limited edition, but I guess it would be a nice way to get Zane, because I think the Destructoid was a Target exclusive at the time, so that was the only way you could get it.
because I remember I ordered it off of Target.com back in like 2014, I believe, 2013. So yeah, cool little book, and we'll move on to the next book coming up.
Next book is Secret World of the Ninja book, which is getting a new rendition this year in 2023, which we'll take a look at the end. But this one actually did come with an exclusive Wu minifigure, which is a really nice figure. I highly recommend picking him up. He is not a canon figure. He is not in the show, but he's really cool. And this one spans all the way to Tournament of Elements. So, yeah, you can take a look. There's kind of Wu opening us up to this book. And it's much like a combination between the encyclopedias and the visual dictionaries, where it kind of gives us details of certain minifigures in a different way. So kind of cool. You can kind of see we have Lord Garmadon, or not Lord Garmadon, Sensei Garmadon, and this as well. So it tells us about the show, as you can see. Very, very cool. And we get Kai versus Master Chen again. But that is the Secret World of the Ninja book. Pretty straightforward. Nothing too crazy in that. Just goes to that Tournament of Elements season. And then you have the Master Wu minifigure, which is a really cool touch for this book. And then I'd argue one of the more exciting books, at least for its time in 2016, was the Stone Armor J Character Encyclopedia book. This is the updated and expanded edition, but it came with Stone Armor J with a really cool Starfarer comic, which is also used in a couple other sets, like Ninjago City, for example. But this book came out in 2016. I remember ordering it online back in the day. This is my original copy of the book. So really, really cool. Again, the minifigure is held in there by the same packaging. You can kind of see the Day of the Departed Ninja lining the bottom there, which is cool. And then you have the contents of the book, and we're going to spiral right in. It's just like the other Character Encyclopedia back we looked back from 2012, but this one is a bit more simplified, I guess, and a lot more details. So you get more stuff, and it's kind of like the same. Then you have Rebooted added, and of course the other seasons like Tournament of Elements. So some Elemental Masters, which we've of course had expansions to that. These minifigures. And then we have Skybound, which is one of the newer additions to this. Here's a map of Ninjago. And we can kind of see an interview with Simon Lucas, which is one of the creative leads of Ninjago at the time, or he was design director at this point. So that's really cool to see that they interviewed him. And you can kind of see all of the sets, and they even included polybags and minifigure packs at the time. So that's really, really nice to see. So yeah, just a little bit more about the book, and then of course the lining detail of the Day of the Departed Ninja, which are used in other merchandise as well. So one of the really cool ones, I remember being super excited to get Jay, and then all we needed was Cole, because Kai came out in 2015 in a little cube, and then Cole came out in 2016 summer, I believe, at Toys R Us. I'm pretty sure it was 2016. So for Day of the Departed, he came out in a little cube box. But this was our way to get Stone Armor J, and I believe is the only way to get Stone Armor J still. So he is still exclusive to this set, or this book, which is awesome. And that is the Character Encyclopedia for 2016. There's one more Character Encyclopedia and one more Visual Dictionary, which we'll take a look at next. So for 2019, we had the Visual Dictionary of this, the new edition with the 2019 minifigures with Legacy and Secrets of Forbidden Spinjitzu. And it came with an exclusive Teen Wu. However, I believe all of these pieces have been reused, maybe except for the torso. I think the torso might still be exclusive, but these legs and face and hairpiece have definitely been used in other sets. But we'll take a look at this book and all that it entails. We also have the same thing as before with the minifigures of them being in this little plastic thing. And we also have the rock rotor being showed there. Just gonna let the book open itself here. Take a look at all the pages. So we've got, or not all the pages, but most of them. Temple of Brickjitzu gives you a little bit of details about that. There is some really cool stuff in this book, particularly, especially at the end. We'll get to in a bit. Here's stuff about Samurai X and Kilo. We've got the Skulkins as well. But something really interesting about this book in particular at the end, so yeah, they also give us Brickjitzu details, which we do have a video covering all of the spinners up to 2023, so I highly recommend you check that video out. But we have prototypes and different information about behind the scenes Ninjago stuff, so this is really cool, and we'll take a look at it more in detail. So there's some designing the ice castle, pretty cool. Michael Knapp doing the ice castle, as well as the legacy spinners. All kinds of different iterations of those came out. So that was really cool. And then we have, of course, the character gallery, which has been expanded up from 2012. So we have all of these Ninja. They even included the magazine minifigures. This one right here is a magazine minifigure. So it's pretty neat that they went above and beyond here with these minifigures. However, a funny thing is here, if we keep scrolling, we have Crux and Acronics, which are mismatched. So, oh well, it happens. But yeah, no. This is the current visual dictionary. We have not gotten one since this one. But in the end, there is the katana. So, V11 boat. That was for 2019. Now we'll take a look at our second to last book, which is the current character encyclopedia, which came out in 2021. And next we have the current character encyclopedia, which is available now if you have a bookstore. And this one comes with an exclusive future Nia, which is still exclusive to this day. Just like the rest of them, she comes in this window box packaging, which will be changed very soon. So have this green sort of like a legacy style engraving there, like kind of reminds me of the legacy stuff. Then we've got all of the characters, so we'll put this book down so we can take a better look. But there are Sidicus, for example, and here's all the Venomari. We'll jump over here to Samurai X and Karloff, and jumping over here to Master Wu and the Ice Emperor, getting into 2019 stuff. We have the Digi Ninja. Pretty cool. And then I believe it goes until the island. So this is kind of where it stops here with the island. But there's Nia. So we've got all of the island characters as well, which is like one of our information where we got this right here, the brothers. So very, very nice. Oh yeah, and this is our first actual look at these two minifigures right here, which came in the summer of 2021. This came out, I believe, in March or April, something like that. So there's that, and that is Character Encyclopedia book for 2021, which is pretty fantastic. So really awesome book. And here is our final book, Secret World of the Ninja. This is the new edition. We saw the previous version earlier. This is the 2023 edition. It comes with the Lloyd minifigure right here. And he has a brown sword he comes with as well. This minifigure is pretty amazing. I'm not going to lie. I really, really love it. It's probably one of my favorites we've gotten out of the books thus far. I think it's very unique and different. And I love it for that reason. Thank you guys so much for watching this Masters of Brickjitzu video. Really hope you enjoyed it, covering all the Ninjago books. Let us know if you want to see more content like this. Let us know in the comments if you're going to be picking up this new Ninjago book. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and see you later.